On today's podcast, we're going to be covering the 4 hazardous materials colors, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. You can find the show notes to each episode, links to information mentioned on the podcast, the social media platforms we're on, and anything else related to the podcast at warehousesafetytips.com. Now, if you're a seasoned podcast listener, this podcast is going to be different from most you listen to. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money and each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the podcast. One of the signs you'll see displayed around your facility, as well as one you'll be given training on, is the HMIS Color Bar. This sign is going to show you the 4 levels of hazards that you need to be aware of. The HMIS Color Bar consists of 4 colors. Each color bar has a numeric hazard level associated with it. These levels range from 0 or no risk up to 4, which signifies the highest risk. As you know, we keep these podcasts short and to the point, so this is going to be a very high-level look at the HMIS Color Bar. The colors on this sign are as follows. Blue is for health hazards. In addition to the numeric hazard level, this level also has a space for an asterisk. If you see this asterisk, it means that there's also a chronic health hazard when long-term exposure is present. Red is for flammability hazards. With this and other levels, each of the 5 numeric hazard levels can mean different things. Be sure to get with your safety coordinator to know what each of these numeric hazard levels means for each color of the sign. Before moving on, here's a word from one of our sponsors. If you've ever been to or worked in a warehouse, you know just how important safety is to both management and staff. It's almost impossible to go 10 steps without seeing safety tape, angles, signs, and/or safety products. It's these items that show us how to be safe and avoid danger in the workplace. And if you're looking for the best products to make this happen, look no further than Mighty Line. Mighty Line floor signs and floor markings offer the best industrial products out there. We're proud to have Mighty Line as the official floor sign and floor marking company for the Warehouse Safety Tips podcast and site. Go to mightylinetape.com/safety tips to request a sample pack of their incredible safety signs and floor markings. Now back to the podcast. Yellow or orange is for reactivity or physical hazards. Simply stated, this would be things that change when being combined with or introduced to certain conditions. Again, with this and other levels, each of the 5 numeric hazard levels can mean different things. So again, be sure to get with your safety coordinator to know what each one of these numeric hazard levels means for each color. White is for personal protection, also known as PPE. In 2020, PPE should be a very, very familiar term. This color doesn't have a numeric hazard level, but instead uses an alpha hazard level. These usually range from A to K and also have a catch-all level of X, where you ask your supervisor or safety specialist for handling instructions. Be sure to familiarize yourself with this and all safety signs, and most importantly, put what you learn about them into action. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. If you visit warehousesafetytips.com, you'll find the show notes for this episode and access to all of our blog posts, previous podcasts, advertiser information, and much more. Thank you for listening to Warehouse Safety Tips and have a safe day.